Hi, in this video session we will review two important concepts in Microsoft Dynamics AX 2012, and those are generic currency and smart rounding. When we need to deal with the multiple customers from a different region, say few customers are in USA, few customers are in England, UK, and few customers are from Europe, then we also need to deal with the multiple currencies. For example, USD, Euro and Pound. We can set up one generic trade agreement which will be applicable for all currencies using the concept of generic currency. Notice that trade agreements are currency sensitive, so if we don't use the concept of generic currency, we need to set up the one trade agreement for each type of currency. So let's review how to set up a generic currency. Generic currency setup can be completed under the account receivable, under the setup and account receivable parameters. Under the prices tab, here we have a generic currency and smart rounding field group. We'll just maximize the form. Here we can set up the generic currency in which we would like to deal with. So let's say we define Euro as our generic currency. So we say Euro as our generic currency. And then we need to define the exchange rate type using which system will convert from one currency to another. So here we can set up CE as a exchange rate type, and from this exchange rate type system will convert the transaction amount. Exchange rate type can be set up under the general ledger module. Let's review the exchange rate type for the CE. Click on exchange rates. So as per the current exchange rate setup, 1.2 USD is equal to 1 euro. System will use this exchange rate when we create a sales order for a USD and trade agreement is set up for euro. So we are done with this necessary setup. As a next step, let's review how to mark trade agreement to be included for a generic currency. For this particular product bicycle, I can review if there are any existing trade agreement. We have one trade agreement exist for the large size blue color, and that is 115 euro. Here we can see the currency which I will take here. Let's say same bicycle we sell it to the customers in USA as well as in UK. So price of 115 euro should get automatically converted into the equivalent USD and pound based on the exchange rate type we set up for the generic currency. Right now this trade agreement is not linked with the generic currency. In order to link it, select this trade agreement line, click on edit selected lines and click on OK. Then here we have a checkbox called include in generic currency. Once we close this parameter form and we refresh here, now this checkbox gets enabled. Having marked this checkbox include generic currency, this trade agreement will be included in the generic currency function. And notice that once we mark the include generic currency for this trade agreement, the currency by default will be set to euro because that is what we have set up as a generic currency, and we cannot change it to any other currency. So once I mark this include generic currency, I cannot change the currency here. So now this trade agreement is marked in the generic currency, and same trade agreement will applicable even when we create a sales line for a USD currency. If trade agreement is not included in generic currency, trade agreement are currency sensitive, and this trade agreement will only be applicable for the sales line or a sales order which are created for the euro currency. So now since we have included this trade agreement in generic currency, we can post this trade agreement which will activate it. So this is done, and as a next step we can try creating a sales order in the US dollar, and we will see that the price automatically gets converted as per the exchange rate. So let's create a new sales order by from account receivable, under the common area, click on all sales order, create a new sales order, say spare of all sales, and under the general we can verify that currency is set to US dollar. We select the product bicycle for one piece of bicycle, and here we make sure that the size is set to large and blue. And as you can see that now unit price is changed to 138. That is based on the exchange rate type we have set up. So if we review 115 into 1.2, that will make up 138. So, and that is based on the exchange rate we have linked on the account receivable parameters. So whether we create a sales order in a pound or a US dollar or any other currency, as far as exchange rates are set up for the generic currency, the amount will get converted into the equivalent currency. So this is how generic currency works. And now as a next step, let's review the smart rounding. Price has a psychological impact on people. For example, price of 9.99 sounds better than or sounds more attractive than price of 10. We can configure the different smart rounding rules to determine how the price should get rounded up or rounded down based on the rules. So let's review that. Smart rounding feature can be set up under the sales and marketing. Under this setup, under the price and discount, here we have smart rounding. Here we can create a new smart rounding version. We can create as many rounding versions as many we would like to. Here we have a option to populate default rules, which will populate the two smart rounding rules by default. Let's click on that and let's review. It has populated two rounding version, 95 and 99. Let's review each of them. So here under the smart rounding rules first tab, in this grid we can first define the unit price range. Here it says that unit price which is falling between from 0 to 1.95, this smart rounding rule will be applicable. So first two fields we define the unit price range, and then we define the syntax, how we would like to round down or round up this price. So here we are saying that hash.95, that means anything after decimal places will get rounded with 95, and anything before the decimal places will remain as it is. So if we have a price of 1.23, which will get rounded to 1.95, but 1 remain as it is. And here we can define lower limit and upper limit. Lower limit defines the range for the price. If price is lesser than the lower limit, then it will get rounded down, and if price is above or equal to the upper limit, then it will get rounded up. So in this example, lower limit is blank and upper limit is points set to hash.7. That means if price is 0.23456, then it will remain as it is. But as soon as price is 0.7 or higher than that, then it will round it up. So let's test the rule here. Here under the rule simulation tab we can test the rule. So if we enter the price of 1.25, where 2.2 is lesser than the 0.7, that means price will remain as it is, because we don't have any lower limit defined. But as soon as I increase the price, so that if I make it 7.5, then it will get rounded up by 1.95, because it is equal or higher than the upper limit. Upper limit determines what prices will be rounded up, and lower limit determines what prices will get rounded down. Let's move on to the next range. Here we have said that any price between 1.95 and 29.95 should get rounded with this syntax. This is same as the first rule. Let's move on with this third rule. So here it says that any price between 29.95 and 149.95 will follow this syntax. That means anything between the 9.95 will remain as it is, but anything after this hash will get rounded as per this syntax. Here we have a low limit of 0.4. That means price of 123 will get rounded down and price of 124 will get rounded up, because we also have the 4 as a upper limit. So if we set the price here 123 dot, let's say 45, this will get rounded down and this will become 119.45. Let me explain you how. So this is the part which is being represented by the syntax, and this part should get rounded to 9.95. Now low limit and upper limit determines whether price should get rounded down or rounded up. So here low limit says hash 4, that means anything which is less than 4 will get rounded down, and here 3 is less than 4. So this price will get rounded down and this will make the 2 as 1, and that becomes 119.95. Let's check. As you can see, if I increase the price as 124, then this will become 129.95. So this is how it works. Similarly, we can also check it for a 99 rule. So here we have a same rules are defined. So if we increase the price of 129, if we make the price as 125, that will get rounded to 129.99. So this is how we can construct the different price rules as per our requirement. And then one important step is to define rounding version members. Here we define all these currencies for which this rounding version is applicable. Notice that at any point of time, one currency should be linked with one rounding version. If we link US dollar with this rounding version, then we should not link with any other rounding version. So for now, we link this rounding version 99 for USD and Euro. USD and create a new record and Euro. So for both of this currency, we have link here. So we are done with the setup of smart rounding, and then as a next step, let's review how to apply this smart rounding. If you go to the view trade agreements here, this is for the bicycle, and click on edit select line. Here we have a price of 115 euro is defined, and as per the 99 smart rounding rule, 115 should get converted into 119.99. So in order to apply this smart rounding to this trade agreement, we can click on adjustment and then apply smart rounding. That will convert the amount in currency to as per the rounding rule. So that is 119.99 euro. Notice that smart rounding can be applied to the trade agreement of type sales price, sales line discount, sales multi-line discount, and sales total discount. For now it is for the sales price. And then as a next step, we can post this trade agreement to get the price effective. So this is how we can apply the smart rounding on the trade agreement. And let's review one more setup, that is on account receivable parameters. Under this prices tab, here we have a checkbox apply smart rounding after the currency conversion. So when we use the concept of generic currency, and when we have a sales order other than the currency which we have set up as a generic currency, after the conversion of the price, smart rounding principle will also be applicable on the converted currency. So we keep this checkbox checked and close this one. That means the price of 138, the one which has been converted from the trade agreement, for this price also the smart rounding principle will be applicable and price will get converted accordingly. So we remove this line, or else let's say create a new sales order. But before we create a new sales order, let's review how according to this rounding principle, the price of 138 should get converted to 139.99. This is for US dollar. This is for USD. So let's create a sales order in the USD currency. So we again click on Sparrow Wheels and click OK. And here we specify this item, that is a bicycle, and here we need to define a large size and blue color, and you can see that unit price is now 139.99 because smart rounding is also applied on the USD, which is converted from the generic currency. So this is how smart rounding works for generic currency concept as well. Thank you for watching this video session, and I hope now that concept of generic currency and smart rounding is clear. Thank you.